Here's a video I made about a year ago, and I'm going to release it now. I had it on a different YouTube channel for a while, but this is pretty useful stuff. It's about a heat press machine that we own, and we couldn't figure out how to get it to work. So I did some little playing with it, and this is how we make the thing work for us. So please enjoy. If you like this content, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you. Hi, this is a video about our combo heat press machine. Yeah, it's the generic Chinese $150 with all the attachments, cool little thing that is such a deal. The problem is, the instructions come with, there's an on button, and there's a cord to plug in. And they don't tell you what to do. The other problem is, it sounds like you have gremlins drilling holes in your ear every time it gets turned on. So, after playing around with it for a while, I think I figured out how to master this crazy thing. And other than the platen being a little smaller than we like, it works pretty good. The first thing I did, let's come in here, take out these screws, open that up. I'm not going to open it for you now, you're going to have to do it yourself. Inside there's a little speaker about the size of the tip of my finger. Put a piece of duct tape over that thing to try to quiet it down. And then what we found is that's not even enough. So we taped up all the holes in the back here so that it's all muffled inside of this box. This box does not get warm. There's not enough electronics in there to do anything to get it warm, so this works just fine. Then the next problem is, when you press this down, these springs are so tight. I'm going to swing it out for you. And this foam is so dense that you get wrinkles and weird stuff in there. So we came up, my wife actually came up with a piece of carpet foam. This is 1/2-inch carpet foam. We put that on the bottom, and we adjust this so that our height is right. This has got more give to it, and it allows for a couple wrinkles and things, and makes the top heat press part of it just fine. Of course, everybody needs to use a piece of interposer. That's all this is. This interposer up on the top, I think we all use that. So she brings her, you'll see a video of this later, but she puts her thing down there. She takes it, swings it back, gets it lined up where she wants it, and smacks it down. Now, the programming part. No, that beeping in the background is not the beeping. Okay, that was something else beeping. We're starting again. There's the controller, is the next part of it. Now I got this plugged in. It was on for a while here. She was doing some stuff. Well, I'm gonna kick it back into gear. Kick it on. It's actually almost up to temperature. But here's how you program the thing, right? Is lower, higher, start and stop the timer, and mode. I'm going to go into mode. She likes to do her HTV at 320 degrees. So the first number, you can raise it and lower it using this. Come on. I waited too long. You can raise it and lower it, no, to this. There, hop, down, so you can see, down, up. 320 is where she likes hers. So we've got it set at 320, and we're going to do mode to set. So that first number is the temperature at which it heats to. The second number is the temperature at which the timer starts. So, and I timed out again. Okay, now I'm on the second one. I cannot go down here because 320 is the lowest. I can go up if I want, but if you go up, you cause some trouble with the timer, and I've never got it to work that way. So the way it works the best for us is we set the first number and the second number at exactly the same temperature. Push mode. The third number that's set is the amount of seconds that you want it to go. And again, I can go up and down. Okay. You only got so long to do this. Back into the third mode. I can set it to 27 seconds. I can set it to 30 seconds. 30 seconds where she wants it. And then I push mode to lock it in. So right now, make sure it's up here. Yep. Right now, it's set to, what is it, 320. It's going to heat up to 320. And it's going to give us a beep. Now, you'll notice that the beep is not as obnoxious and loud and piercing and painful as the beep when it comes from the factory. Because like I said, I taped all those holes up, and I also put a tape over the little speaker thing on the inside. I also gave myself some notes, because if I forget how to do this, got something to remind me. Alright, the timer starts at the high point, the second setting temperature. That's when the timer starts. So if you set that second number to, say, 325, it gets up to 320, and it may get up to 325, but as soon as it drops to 324, you push start on the timer and it won't go. If you have the first two temperatures set the same temperature to, say, 310 or 320 or whatever we got them set to, then as soon as it gets the temperature, the controller will heat it up to that temperature. It'll overshoot by a couple degrees, and then at that time, anytime, you can push the timer start button and the timer will start. Right now, I mean, I'm not going to push this down because I don't want to just burn the foam, but if I try to push the timer start, it won't let me. It won't let me. Timer will not start. It's because that's not at the number I had set in the time thing, the 320 number. If you want to, like, push this and let it sit and wait till it gets to 320 and then quick jam the thing down and make it go, well, I guess you could do that. That's just insane. But if you set the two temperatures at the same point, you can read the temperature and know where you're at, and the timer will function. So we're just a few minutes from there. Time for some industrial sized coffee. Of course, gotta have coffee when you're talking. Oops. I wanted you to see what happens when it gets up to temperature. It's going to go up and it's going to overshoot a bit. Probably want to leave it set and stabilize a minute or two. But as soon as it gets above the temperature, at or above the temperature that you have set, the timer will function. And it makes it a very pleasant machine to use. And since it's cheap as hell, makes it cost effective even. Alright. Some smoke resin. She was just using it. No, it's not burning up. It looks like it's burning up. That's just smoke resin. 18, 19, 20, and you'll hit a beep. Okay. That beep beep like that means that it's at temperature and it's dangerous now and it's ready for you to do things. And you can see it'll overshoot by about, I don't know, a few degrees here. We'll see how many. If you put a shirt in there, it'll come right back down. But anytime now, I can push the timer button, and looky there, the timer works. It'll count down. It's 30 seconds here. I, of course, would, first pull this down, lock the shirt in, push the timer button. The timer will go. And then you'll hear a beep and it says, "Ooh, timer's done. Time to open up the locker." Beep. Okay. And then you push the button again to make it stop. I'm going to put this down to kind of cool the platter a bit so I can get it down below to kind of simulate what would happen. So I'll cool her off a bit. So it overshoots by about 10 degrees. You probably just want to, if you're doing your shirts and you're worried about that 10 degrees, you probably just want to let it settle a while. Well, that's the end of the video anyway. If I wanted to start another timer, I could. You already seen what happens when it is below 320, my setting point, and the timer will not go. Now, anytime the temperature is at 320 or above, because that's what I had set, the timer will function. That's my video. I hope I've helped you out. Thanks for watching. Bye.